Hey folks, what we got here is a 2012 Volkswagen Passat. We're doing brakes and rotors. Alright, so we're doing the rotors, the Duralast brand 45112, and we went with the Gold brakes, which is the DG1315. Alright, so let's do it. First thing off is this little spring clip just pops right out. Let's see if we can do that. Little screwdriver. Pry it right out. Just hold on to it, otherwise it'll spring out. Pun intended. Alright, put that off to the side. In the back, there are these plastic clips. See if I can set you up over here this way. The sun's gonna glare on you guys. Alright, let's go this way. Keep it away from the sun. Right? So little plastic clips over here. Covers. It's gonna pry them off. There you go. Covers up this 7mm screws that are in there that holds the caliper. Take your little 7mm. Crack that open a little bit. Crack this one. Spin them all the way out. I have to give them a little push in the back so I know that they're all the way out of the caliper bracket. Once you know they're all the way out, caliper should come right out. Maybe a little bit of a wiggle. There you go. And it will come out with the inside brake caliper, inside brake pad on there already. And the other one you just take out. Throw that off to the side. Caliper, I'm just going to hang it up here for now. Hung it up out of the way. Over here. These big bolts. See what size they are. They are 21mm. You want to break them loose. Yeah, yowza. Another one. There you go. Once you break them loose, they just spin off with no problem. I don't even need a ratchet depending on what state you guys are from and there's a rust belt or not. This car I think came from Nevada. Alright, so one out. Let's leave it right in there. This one here will come out. There you go. Great. And the front rotor is held on with a T30. Let me show you that on the side. T30 screw right here. Just break that loose. I did it in advance, so that comes right out. Save that off to the side. Now the rotor's got to come out. So the rotor, I like to just hit it with a hammer. Okay, hit it with a hammer. It'll come right out. Where's my sledge? We need a sledge. There it is. Usually on cars that have studs, it just stays right there, but this one just comes right out. So watch your toes, people. Watch your toes. Okay, now, what I usually do with these Volkswagens, I just wire brush this up a little bit, get all the rust out of it. Do the hub, do the surface. Put it back here. So when you knock that rotor off, the rust is going to sit right in there. All right. Then you get the old brake cleaner, Okay, and then we're going to spray it up. Give that a couple of minutes there to dry. Until then, we're going to get our rotor. Remember, the rotor comes in a bag, in a box. It's full of oil. So clean the surface, both sides, get all the oil off of it. The rotor is going to go on. Line up the little screw. The little screw for that Torx. Right there. Might have to hold it in place while you put the screw on. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. Just to hold it in place, I'm just going to screw this in, support it. Basically, it doesn't do anything, that screw, it just holds the rotor on. So sometimes people don't even have the screw on there. But it's always good to have it. Alright? We'll do this. We're going to tighten it up. Good enough. Now off to the bracket. We'll clean the bracket and we'll be good. Let's do that. Down over here, where I made a mess over here, we are going to clean the bracket. So let's get rid of this rotor. Look at this rotor I want to show you. Let me see here. It was pulsating when you step on the brakes. Alright? You see that spot right here? You see the defect right here? Okay? See if you can shine it a little bit. It's only in that spot. It's not in this spot or this spot. Okay? It's only on this spot. So every time the brake pad came around to hit that spot, that's when it grabbed. Gave you the little wiggle. Alright. Let's go clean that bracket. Alright, let's get to that bracket. I like to clean it up. Wire brush where the contacts the surface of the brake pads. Look at all that dust. Lucky it's a windy day today. Otherwise, I recommend you wear a mask or something. Oh, hold your breath. You should get as much brake dust as you can off of it. Then I go and I spray it up. Brake cleaner. Let that dry. Then put the two bolts back on. Try it up. Let's send you back up here. Let's line you up. All right, let's put the bolts back on. Take these out a little bit. Go in as easy as it came out, all right? Otherwise, you go in and crooked, you're cross-threading it. Get this. I don't even need my ratchet. Just tighten it up with this. Snug it here. Da-da-da. All right, now go find the torque specs. And we'll torque it. Then we'll be good here. Alright, up to the caliper now. Alright, take these brake pads off. They have a little spring clip to them. Yowza. Sometimes they're very tight. I like to push these little bars, these sliders in. Okay. They should go in nice and easy. Oh, rip my glove. Let me go get another glove. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to take these brake pads off. Get your caliper tool. Pushes in your piston. This one is the one I like, made by Lyle, I believe. Just squeeze it in. The piston should go in nice and easy. Okay? If you're having a problem with the piston going back in, it's time for a caliper. Okay? Make sure that the rubber boot is folded in like an accordion, nice and tight. Once it's all the way in, check the boot condition. Make sure there's no brake fluid around it. No harm there. Now, get you a little wire brush. I like to clean it up a little bit, especially on the surface of the piston and the surface on this side, which holds the other brake pad still. Like I said, just like before, don't breathe in this dust. All right, brake cleaning time. This is where I hold the caliper off to the side so you don't dirty up the new rotor. And I spray it down. Top and bottom. Okay? Let that air out for a little bit. You guys are like me, you use a lubricant. I use this, Slide Glide. I don't see it around anymore. I don't know if they even sell it anymore. Anyway, place it right here. What I usually do is I put a little dab on this side. A little dab on this side. Put a dab on the caliper piston itself, all the way around. There you go. Okay. Just want to show you something. Now this is a Duralast pads. I'm assuming on some of these cars they have a brake pad wear indicator. So one of the pads will come with a harness. Already attached to the pad. Okay, I'm going to show you on the old one here. See right there? There used to be a harness attached to it, like this. Okay, this one doesn't have the wear sensor, so I cut it off. It's only on one pad, but for some reason this one has wires on both pads. But anyway, I cut it off since it doesn't have it, and it's only on one set of pads. So I'm going to put this on here. These 3 clips goes right into that caliper. It's going to be very tight. So what I like to do is get a nice little clean rag in there. That I don't want to touch the brake pads and contaminate it. So my dirty gloves, I do not want to touch them because they'll give you all kinds of squeaking problems and a heat spot and all that other crap. All right, so I like to cover it up with the pad, so when my thumbs go and touch it, I'm not going to damage anything. All right, let's squeeze this little bugger on. Okay, no harm, no foul, right? Next one is the brake pad on the outer one. That just sits right in here. And then we'll put the caliper on. All right, and just turn the caliper, make sure that you don't bend this hose. Make sure it is the way it's supposed to be set up, because some people twist it, then you'll be all messed up. Make sure all these bolts are pushed in, and this caliper should slide right on with no problem. All right, got a little caliper hanger here that I used before. All right, so now I'm gonna line it up and we'll put the bolts on to the back. All right, and then we're going to go and secure that. All right, so after you torque down those 7mm Allens, don't forget to put these little dust caps on, because once you get dirt inside that Allen hole, it's going to be hard for you to put the Allen key wrench in there. All right, so these just pop in. Make sure that they're on. There you go, nice and tight. Now I'm going to play with this spring, which is a pain in the butt, especially when it's new. All right, let's see what we could do about this. All right, so the new one is very, very tight. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put the bottom in first, put it in this hole. I'm going to bend this over here. I'm going to hold this here. And the idea is to get this into that hole over there. So you can either grab this and put it in the hole and bend it, or what I tried to do is I'm going to try to make this a little tighter. I'm going to try to get this in the hole first, partially, okay? And then with my thumb, I'm going to try to bend this over. Come on. There you go. Oh. Almost had it, folks. Almost had it. Okay, once that's there, woo! I'm going to go and tap this in. There you go. This side went in easier than the other side. All right. Make sure the spring is on there. Everything is good. Everything is tight. Screws, the springs, the Allens in the back, and the caliper bracket. And there you go. You're done. All right. Front pants and rotor. Passat. What's a pain in the butt? Put the wheel on. I don't know. I like the studs better because when you put the wheel on, it holds the wheel. This one, you got to support it and try to get one of those lug nuts in there. That's the pain in the butt. All right. That's it, people. Thanks for watching. Volkswagen, thanks for the fun. Thanks for watching. Ciao.